Hello, this is Patrick Hines, and I was on the 1992 Anderson High School football team, the team that went undefeated and went to the playoffs and beat Princeton and then lost to St. X. And if you don't recognize me, it's because I used to have hair long ago, once upon a time, and you're supposed to get that gene from your mother's side of the family, and apparently I did not. So, yeah, I lost that a long time ago, but it really is me. It really is me. And I have a story I want to tell. We, my family and I've been married for 24 years now, and I have 10 kids. And we moved to Tennessee about 9 years ago, and I'm a pastor of a church down here. And long ago, we had a portable VHS player, and when we were unpacking boxes, it suddenly appeared again. We used to take this, you could plug it into the cigarette lighter in a minivan, and my kids would watch movies to keep from killing each other. We went on trips and things like that. And the kids found the VHS player, and they found a box of old tapes. Now, my dad, Howard Hines, was a real big fan of Anderson football when I played, just for those years that I played at Anderson. And he made sure that he taped every game that was ever on public access, and our games were broadcasted on a local public access cable channel. And it wasn't like super high quality, but it was actually surprisingly good quality. And the Ellis brothers would call the games, and they had a great time doing it. And the homecoming game was covered, but anyway, my kids put in some of these old tapes, and my dad not only got copies of the games that were broadcast on cable, he also got copies of the scrimmages that we did. He got copies of all the other games too that were taped by Al Druso, and just managed to get a copy of every single game from our entire senior year, all of them, including the two scrimmages that we did. So my kids are in the room, and I hear the sound of Greg and Brad Ellis talking, and I'm like, what are they? I'm like, wow, I haven't heard those voices in a while. I'm going there, and they're watching one of my old football games. Dad, is this one of the? Is that you out there playing football? I said, yeah. And they said, what number were you? And I thought, they don't know what number I was. So I said, 44. And my kids were watching like, wow, look how fast you used to be. And I said, yeah. And I also played defense. When I played defense, I wore number 33. And they were watching, man, you made like every other tackle. But kind of like telling your kids Santa Claus isn't real, I had to eventually tell them the truth. No, I was the guy at the bottom of the pile over there blocking for Druso. But anyway, it was really funny, and to see those old tapes. There's a fella here at the church, though, that will convert old VHS tapes and make them digital, and I was able to get digital copies, not only of the old football games, but also other things that we had on tape. I had videos of the kids when they were real little, and also my wedding and everything else, all kinds of stuff on those old tapes. But I got a really good copy of our homecoming game against Norwood, and to me, that game was a real defining moment of my younger years. It really was, because Norwood had been the team that had beat us the year before, and I didn't play in that game. And the thing is, if I hadn't gotten hurt in the pregame warm-up, it wouldn't have made any difference anyway. I wasn't even really a role player on that team my junior year. Although I was starting to come into my own, and I was very upset that I got hurt because Randy Corbett had told me that myself and Scott Berger were going to switch every other offensive series, because I had been playing my heart out in practice. I really wanted to get into some games and show the coaches what I could do, and I was determined to make that happen. So for Coach Corbett to tell me you and Berger are going to rotate every other offensive series, I was like, here it is. I was like, just give me a chance, and I'm going to get out there and make some plays, and if they throw it to me, I'm going to catch it. I was really excited. And then I crushed my left thumb on the ground and had to have surgery on it, and that was the end of that season. But anyway, so this was the one team that had beaten us, and everybody was real nervous for this game, and it was like, there were like 5,000 to 6,000 people at this game, and it was the biggest game in the city that night, and all 3 TV stations were there. And it was on the front page of the Cincinnati Enquirer. There was a picture of Jason Druso and Mark Edwards, facing each other with like lines behind them, like they were about to smash into each other. And it was really cool, and all the hype and the pep rally and everything else. So it was like super crazy intense. And I've always wanted to watch this game again and just kind of make some comments along the way while I'm watching it. And I think I've got this set up so I can do this. Yeah. So hopefully the sound will come through well enough. I've got it turned all the way up, but let's see how this works. I just want to react to this game because this game, I mean, I only cried like a little kid after 2 football games that year. This one was one of them, and then when we lost to St. X, all of us were crying like little kids. But I cried after this game because I made a mistake in this game. I dropped a pass in the end zone that almost cost us the game. But then I was also able to make 2 really important sacks on 3rd and long at the end of the first half and then right at the very end of the game. So for me, this game was one of the most emotionally draining and physically taxing games I'd ever played. And the thing is, Jeremy Streck had gotten his knee hurt at the Northwest game before this one, and he didn't even dress this game. So I ended up playing most of the game on offense and defense. And so I was a starter on offense, and I would go in occasionally on defense if Chris Haywood got trapped a bunch or something like that. And Corbett would get mad at him and put me in there. But I had played real well on defense during the preseason. In the 2 scrimmages, I made a bunch of tackles on lots of plays. Playing defensive end in a 4-3 is easy. It's one of the easiest positions on the field. It's also one of the most fun because you get to hit and take on everything and make tackles. It's super fun. But this game, I ended up playing most of the game on defense, or at least half the game on defense. The whole game on offense and half the game on defense. But I want to go ahead and pick it up here. Let me back this up just a little bit so you get to see the full effect of the super awesome special effects and stuff. But I want to make some comments along the way here. So hopefully this will come through loud and clear. Y'all love Van Halen. There are the stuff. Them playing Turpin. There's Druso. There he goes. Speedo. Yeah, that kid was amazing. Jason Druso was just awesome. He was like an all-state swimmer. I think that's what made him like indestructible. Because he was just so strong and so fit from all that swimming.
From Brown Stadium,
oh yeah, the pregame interview. Now, this is just hilarious.
I'm Greg Ellis. We are a pleasure to bring you tonight's game between the.
You could tell in this interview that Coach Sirianni was like wanting to get this over with as soon as possible because he's about to pop. This is pretty funny.
TV coverage, the press is a big game.
That's right, Greg. Not only the TV and press, but we're also talking about 2 of the best backs in the city. Undoubtedly, Mark Edwards from Norwood and Jason Druso from Anderson High School. Arguably the biggest game in the city tonight.
With us here is Coach Vince Sirianni of Anderson. Coach, thanks for joining us here. We know it's a busy night for you. Big game tonight.
Yeah, it is. Our kids have been preparing hard all week and trying to stay focused, and they know what they have to do, and they're going to try to get it done tonight.
It's scary just listening to him talk.
Like I said, but all 3 TV stations have featured it. It's been the Enquirer, the Post, the Journal. How do you kids feel about that?
Well, so far we've seemed to handle it pretty well. I mean, we have talked about it.
Coach told us to stay focused, so we stayed focused.
And that for us to be successful, we were really going to have to stay focused and concentrate on our own jobs and what we had to do. And, I really won't know till we tee it up and kick it off, but so far they seem to have handled it pretty well.
Coach, you can't really stop Mark Edwards, so what are you going to try to do to slow him down tonight?
Yeah, you're right.
We're going to hit him as hard as we can and tackle him with as many guys as we can every single play.
Get the yardage that he usually gets on the other teams and try to limit him. That's what we're going to try to do.
On offense, what do you want?
I want to tell a story. I never knew Mark Edwards, but I shook his hand. He actually went to our homecoming dance with someone from Anderson. And so we all got to see him again, and I walked up to him and shook his hand and told him I'd never been hit that hard in my entire life by anybody. And he looked at me straight in the eye and he said, I wanted to tell you, I have never taken a more savage beating in a football game than the one you guys gave me. He's like, you guys beat the living blankety blank out of me. And I was kind of like, wow. It wasn't me. It was probably more like getting hit by Joe and Nate and Jeff Hast and Jamie Mons. I mean, I did hit Edwards a few times, but it's one of those things when you hit someone, you usually can feel them give a little bit. He didn't give at all. You just bounced off of him, or you had to redo your chin straps. But
tonight.
Well, I think we're going to have to be pretty versatile and spread the ball out. And against good teams, you have to blend the passing game in with the running game, and that's probably what we'll do tonight.
We're going to try to have more points than they do when the game's over.
20, and your only loss of the season, and it probably meant a lot in the Harbin ratings. The kids are pretty much aware that this might mean a lot towards the end of the year, I guess, huh?
Yeah, they do. They know that this is a very crucial game, and
the thing is, we knew every game that year was. If we lost a single game, we might not go to the playoffs. So every single game, we had to play it like it was the state championship game.
This is a pivotal part of our season, and we need to win this football game.
Okay, Coach. Thanks for taking the time with us, and good luck tonight.
Okay, we're back at Anderson High
Man.
School for tonight's game between the Anderson Redskins
Oh,
and
it's
the
all
Norwood
coming
Indians.
back.
Let's go with tonight's starting lineup.
Homecoming,
First,
all the
visiting
floats. You
Norwood
see all the
Indians.
floats in the background with
Their
over
defensive
there.
starting lineup.
Wow.
At defensive back, number 8, Eric Regal. Another defensive back, number 18, Scott Smitty. Another defensive back, number 84, Rob Obermeyer. The linebackers, number 33,
I said in
Bill
the
Gunn.
description down here that this was
Number 44, Mark
it was
Edwards.
a very,
You heard that name a lot tonight.
how did I describe it?
Number 87, Matt Ventura. Interior
look at it
lineman, the tackle, number 76, Dwayne Ernst.
Yeah, it was a cleanly
Also
played,
tackle number
brutally
74,
physical,
David
exciting
Hubbard.
game. There I am. I
Defensive
see me.
end,
Right there.
Number 22, Steve Burling.
Right there.
And
I was
number
pretty nervous.
63,
I had a
Jamie
lot of
Witzman.
butterflies in my stomach then.
Now the starting lineups for the Anderson
Wow.
Redskins. At defensive back, number 25, Fred Woods.
Yeah, Norwood won the
Another
toss
defensive back, number
and
27,
deferred
Brian
to
Harper.
us and kicked off to us.
Defensive back, number 44, Captain Jason Druso. And the other defensive back, number 81, Aaron Szabo.
And I will say,
The
that Norwood
linebackers,
team,
number 33,
they
Captain
played
Joe
their
Dunn.
guts out in this game, and they were a
Linebacker number
very
45,
good
Ted
football team.
Brooks.
And it wasn't just Mark Edwards.
And
They
the
had a good
linebacker, number
quarterback. They had
84,
good
Nate
receivers.
Cosman, also
Their
a captain.
defense was big
Interior
and mean.
lineman for
They were
the
a
Anderson
really
Redskins.
great team.
A tackle, number 53, Captain Jeff Hast. The other tackle, number 71, Jeff Smith.
It's pretty crazy to think that guy
Defensive end,
carrying the
number
ball
89,
right
Chris
there
Haywood. And the
went
other
on to play at
defensive
Notre
end,
Dame
number 56,
and then went
Jamie
into the
Mons.
NFL. And as I
Regular
recall,
back
I
to
think
kick
I
off
remember
here.
watching Mark Edwards score a
Great
rushing
night for football,
touchdown
and
for
as
the
we
New
said
England
before,
Patriots in the
this
Super
is probably
Bowl.
the biggest game Anderson's had in over a decade. It's obviously the biggest crowd they've had in over a decade. This place is just filled with people. It's a great night for football. Norwood won the toss, but they deferred it to Anderson, so the Redskins will receive the opening kickoff. Back to receive the kick is number 25, Freddie Woods, and number 44, Jason Druso.
Kicker for Norwood is the all-purpose number 44, Mark Edwards. And here we go.
He was their kicker and their punter.
That kick's will go out of bounds.
Yeah, 5 yards.
Flags are thrown. So Anderson will start off with pretty good field position. As Norwood will have to
Hopefully.
kick again. As
Yeah,
we
they're
said
struck.
before,
They're struck down there.
Mark
he got
Edwards
hurt.
is Mr. All-Everything for Norwood. He kicks off, he punts, he plays middle linebacker, and obviously he's the best running back maybe that this city's ever seen. He'll tee it up again. And
I think he even drove the team
kick
bus
off from the
there.
30, 35.
Again, Greg, we've said it before in our interview with Coach Soriano. This game has been hyped as the biggest game in the city tonight, bar none. And you'll see two players that play 95% of the time. They're on the field 95% of the time. And number 44 for Anderson, Jason Druso, and number 44 for Norwood, Mark Edwards.
There's a good kick. Takes Woods all the way back to the 9-yard line. He's up to the 20, the 25.
Ooh.
Jumps up to the 30. He's going to be run out of bounds
Wow.
right
He tried
there.
to jump up over them, and they
Kick by Mark
smacked him.
Edwards, Greg. He had that 5-yard penalty. It took him back to the 35. It kicked it all the way down to the 9-yard line. Nice kick by Edwards. Redskins will start at their own 30-yard line.
Number 22, Steve Burling, made the stop for Norwood. So Anderson starts off from their own 30, thanks to a good kick by Mark Edwards. And Jason Bell will start out quarterback. He'll have Jason Druso and Kevin Pelcha behind him. Pelka. Bell keeps the ball. He's going to throw. He's got a man open.
Joe Dunn.
That's number 33.
Boom.
It's Joe Dunn, Greg.
Wow.
That's a nice pickup up to the 48-yard line.
Nice fake. You know, they're going to be keying on Jason Druso all night, Greg. Nice play-action fake by Jason Bell. He rolled left and found Joe Dunn wide open.
Jay Bell was good at that. He was really good at faking you out. He'd hide the ball behind him, and
12,
he was good
gain
at
of
that.
17.
Scott Smitty made that stop for Norwood, but Anderson comes out throwing the ball. Kind of a surprise.
There's Aaron Zabo.
They pick up a quick first down. Bell hands to Drew, so his first carry is going around the left side. He's got a little bit of room. Gets up to about the 45-yard line of Norwood. And his counterpart, number 44, Mark Edwards,
He was so good.
who plays middle
Jason
linebacker
Druso
on
was just-
defense,
he was
was
such
there
a great
on the
athlete.
stop for Norwood.
You know, Jason Druso has deceptive speed, Greg. He's really quick. And he popped it to the outside for a nice gain of 6.
He was quick, and
Took
he
it
was
out to
big
the,
and strong, too.
The
Yeah, he
Norwood
was a big, strong
47-yard
linebacker.
line.
It'll be 2nd and 4. Pitches
Sweep.
back to Druso. He cuts it back in. He's going to be close to the first down.
Did you get it?
Up to about the 43-yard line. The stop was made by number 33, Bill Dunn.
I think they're going to stop it. Well, no, they're going to give him the first down, Greg. They give Jason Druso the ball deep in the backfield, let him feel out the hole, and not a whole lot there, but Jason pops it for a nice 4 or 5-yard gain.
These are two of the best top 10 teams in the city. Anderson ranked number 6, Norwood ranked number 10 in this week's Enquirer. Anderson on the move. Bell hands deep to Druso. He's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Wow, nothing there.
Nice play by the Norwood defensive end. He stayed at home, and that fake pitch didn't fake anybody out for probably a loss of 1 there.
That was Matt Ventura who made the stop for Norwood. Loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11.
Let's see if we what Coach Soriano told us before the game. They want to keep it wide open and see what
Yeah,
they
we
do
kept
here
having
in
this
2nd and long.
2 split end formation
Norwood
with
has
no
a
tight
big
end.
defensive line. They all have good size. 2nd and 11.
It's Joe Dunn in motion for the Redskins. Nobody out there.
There's a draw to Druso.
Draw.
He's got some room. He slips and falls on the 42-yard
Slipped
line.
and fall.
That was a play developing, Greg. He had a little bit of room there. And he took the ball that made us kind of slipped on the cut and went down for a gain of 3.
Matt Ventura made the stop again for Norwood. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long. It's going to be about a 3rd and a long 9. And a big play here in the early going.
Hampton's got three receivers in. Look for Jason Bell to drop back.
Bell back the pass.
Screen.
Looks like a step of screen.
He's got it.
Druso has the pass.
He
Falls
fell.
down.
Man,
Too bad.
he would have
Greg.
been
Had,
gone.
some blockers
Yeah,
out
he
there,
would
and
have.
look like
He would
he
have
had a lot of
scored on
room to
that
run.
one.
And the ground's a little slippery, the dew's setting in, and when he went to make a cut, he just dropped his feet.
So Anderson picks up 2 quick first downs, but the drive stalls on the 44-yard line of Norwood. They'll have to punt. Tim Albers is in the punt for Anderson.
Oh yeah, Tim
Back deep for
Albers.
the Indians.
He was like
all-purpose
one of the best
and
punters in the
dangerous, Mark
city. He was
Edwards.
only a sophomore, and then that poor kid. He got his leg broken so
Albers gets a
badly
punt that's
in
gonna
a
bounce on the
JV
18
game.
and roll.
There's Edwards.
Takes it on about the 10. He could be stopped right there. Nice coverage by
The entire
Nice
punt
coverage,
team
nice pass
tackled
for the
him.
Redskins, and the Indians will take over on their own 14-yard line.
Did you hear the announcement? He said, tackle on the play by the entire Anderson High School student body.
So Norwood will take over with 9:10 remaining here in the first quarter. And there's no
That's
score.
awesome.
And now we'll get
I don't know who that
to
was that
Mark
would
Edwards,
make the calls
who was
at
featured this week
the
at
games,
USA Today.
but that was funny.
Some reports
Tackle on the
have
play by the
indicated
entire
that he's
Anderson
the
High
top
School
back in the
student
country.
body.
And we'll keep an eye on him. He's number 44.
Well, just look for Joe Dunn here.
He gets the early
Boom.
handoff.
There he
He's
is.
through the
Boom.
first
Tackle
line,
him.
and he's going to be down
There he
at
is.
the
There's
20-yard
Joe.
line. Tackles made by number 33, Joe Dunn, Anderson's defensive leader.
Joe was just awesome. I mean, the guy was
7
like,
yards on that one. And,
he just
you
had
saw
football
right there how
instincts
strong
coming out of
Mark
his
Edwards
pores.
is, and
So
he
did
just kinda bounces off
Nate
people.
Cosman. Those two guys were headhunters. I seriously,
it
it didn't matter that it was Mark Edwards. I felt sorry for the other team's offense, like especially the running backs, because Joe and Nate were gonna just beat them to death, and Ted Brooks would too, and Jamie Mons, and Jeff Hast,
quarterback for Norwood,
and Schmitty, and Chris Haywood.
There's an end around, handed to number 7.
Wow, good play.
Nice play there by number 25, Fred Woods. He came in end around.
Yeah, Norwood, they put in a
Norwood.
whole bunch of
Freddie,
wrinkles
bounced
where
off
they
the
weren't
block
using
and made the
Edwards
tackle.
that much.
That was Ben Scheibe who carried that ball on the end around. He did pick up the first down. Moves up to the 28-yard line where Norwood will have a 1st and 10.
Those are the kind of plays that could, bust wide open. Fred Woods did a good job at staying home, bouncing off a blocker and making the tackle.
Norwood going with a one-back setup with just Mark Edwards deep in the backfield. Scheibe in motion. And Regal's back to pass. He goes down the field, and it's knocked away on a nice play by number 33, Joe Dunn.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Greg, Regal tried to thread that pass. Mark Edwards had 3 people on him.
Yeah, he shouldn't have thrown
Dunn
that.
to knock the ball down, but there were 3 people there. He's got to look for more people on the field than just Mark Edwards.
Well, I'll tell you, this Norwood offense has more than just Mark Edwards going for it. Steve Regal is an excellent quarterback.
Yeah, their
As a matter of
quarterback
fact,
was
this
really
week
good.
In the Inquirer, Steve Burling, the wide receiver, was one
Steve
of the
Burling.
players of the week, so we'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, he was a really good
second
tight
and
end
10.
slot back, and he also played defense. Steve Burling was a good player too.
Regal pitches to Edwards. Edwards is going to be stopped for a short gain. Gets up to about the 31-yard line. The tackle is made by Joe Dunn.
So doing a good job in there containing Mark Edwards. So far, he hasn't been able to break through the line and take anything.
Now I remember there's a bunch of
So
plays in
Norwood
this
third
game
base
where
with their first,
Edwards
third and
breaks
long.
through
It's
the
gonna be
line
about
and
3rd and 8.
Aaron
They've got
Zabo
to get the ball
upends
to
him a
about
couple
the
times, like
39-yard
amazing
line for a
plays
first
by
down.
Aaron Zabo.
We might look for Regal to go up top on this one.
Oh, draw. We're gonna draw.
To draw. No, he's
Draw to Edwards.
Come on, Aaron.
still on the move.
Boom! Oh my
Nice hit.
gosh!
But,
Wow.
that play was really set up well, and
That was Aaron that hit
Edwards
it. I want to
all
see
the
that
way
again.
up to midfield.
Hang on a second. Okay, let's see this in slow
No,
motion.
he's
Draw to Edwards.
Edwards still on the move.
Oh!
And he
Wow,
takes a
what a
nice
hit.
But,
Good
that
job,
play was
Aaron.
Really set up well, and
Very
Mark
good.
Edwards carries the ball
Nice
all
hit.
out to midfield.
Is that working?
Stop
Yeah,
was
okay.
made by Aaron Zabo, but not before Edwards picks
Wow.
up 19 yards, and it's a
You know,
1st and 10
real
for
quick,
Norwood.
Before the
Now
game,
in midfield.
I said to Aaron, like on Thursday, I was like, Aaron, that guy's going to break through our front 7 eventually. And what are you going to do when that
2
happens?
first downs here.
And Aaron looked at me and said, I don't care who he is, I'm Aaron Zabo. I was like, that's awesome. That's what made that
Tell you
team
what, Greg, there should have been a flag on that
special.
play.
It was that swagger.
Slot
It
back
was
on our
the,
side here moved,
we don't
and
get
the
beat.
referee should have thrown
and
a flag.
we're not only going to
And
beat you
unfortunately,
on
he
the
did
scoreboard,
not,
we're going to beat
and
the
Norwood
living
comes up
daylights
with a
out of
gain
you
of
while we
5.
do it, and we're going to have fun doing
Joe
it.
Dunn was again there for the stop for Anderson.
And that was the kind of attitude that core group of kids that had played together their whole life. I was not one of those. I came along later. But I was able to be a role player, a small role player on a team that had such incredible confidence that we could not be beat.
2nd and 5.
Middle.
Hand up to the up back. That was number 42, I believe, Jimmy Cobb. And he stops short of the first down.
Big play right here for the Redskins. They want to stop him right here, get the ball back. That's about the same place where the Redskins were stopped on their drive, and take the ball the other way.
So 3rd and 3.
I'm sure the Redskins will be keen on Mark Edwards.
You
Jimmy
think?
Cobb, a junior in that backfield. 3rd and 3. Edwards takes the handoff, and he's going to power in for the first down.
When Edwards was fresh, we could not
Stop
stop
was
him.
made by Ted Brooks.
I mean,
Edwards
he
picked
could
up
get
5
3 or 4
on that
yards every
play.
time and get a first
And
down
it'll be 1st and 10.
when he was fresh.
The ball
But
on the
when he was
Anderson
worn
30,
out, they couldn't keep
9-yard
using
line.
him.
And
But on this opening drive, they
Edwards
just
looks
kept
tougher
giving it to
than
him and
they're
giving it to
going,
him.
Like Coach Soriano said, Greg, he's going to get his yards. You don't stop a player like Mark Edwards. You want to slow him down. And except for that 19-yard run, I think the Anderson Redskins have done a
Look
decent
how big
job on him.
Norwood's offensive line is. They were big kids.
1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line of Anderson.
Let's see, end around.
And
Here
they're
it
going to
comes.
get to number 22. And he's going to be hit.
Burling, Greg.
Steve Burling carried that ball and was tackled by Nate Cosman for a short gain, maybe a yard or two. And that's the same play that we saw earlier in this drive that got them a first down, their first down.
As defensive ends for Anderson have to stay at home and watch the play throughout. They stay at home like they did there. They turn the ball upfield where they can get their support, and the result will be just a small gain of 1 or 2 there.
2nd and 9. 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. No score. Wiggle pitches to
Sweep.
Edwards. He's going to cut it in, and
Wow.
he's still on the move as he runs over a
Got like
couple
8
people.
yards
Gets up
on
to
that
about
play.
the 30.
There was nothing there. He got 8 yards
by
out
Joe
of it.
Dunn. But that was another nice pickup by Edwards. To set up about a 3rd and 3.
He's just a real big, real strong back, Greg, and it's hard to bring him down without gaining 4 or 5 yards.
Another big
It's like
3rd down
8.
play for Norwood, as well as for Anderson. They want to stop him right here. We should see Edwards again.
And right up the middle, nice play by the Redskins.
Yeah, good job, Jeff. That was
Nice
Jeff
play
Hast.
by the Redskins. They stopped him short.
Mark Edwards took that handoff, but he did not get the first down. The tackle was made by Jeff Smith as he stayed home and didn't bite on that.
Yeah, Schmitty was a good defensive lineman.
He's going to bring up a big 4th down, Brad.
Yeah, they're in the situation here where it's too far to try a field goal and not far enough to punt with a horse like Mark Edwards in the backfield. What the heck? And when he's averaging 10.1 yards a carry, you feel pretty good about only having to.
Edwards was averaging 10.1 yards
Edwards
per
is
carry
also the
at that
place
time.
kicker as well as the punter.
That's
The
crazy.
fullback, the middle linebacker, the kickoff return man, the punt return man.
If there's an all-purpose player, it has to be Mark Edwards.
Well,
Here's a
I'm in
big
there now on
play,
defense.
4th and 1.
Oh, yeah, we have
They
5
have to
down
get just
linemen.
past the 30.
From going over the right end over there. Mark Edwards in motion.
Regal's
Call
gonna call
timeout.
timeout. He didn't like what he saw.
That's a nice play by Regal to call a timeout. He wasn't sure what he saw, wasn't confident in the call, so he had enough poise to call a timeout, and they're going to talk it over.
Well, this is a big play here in the early going. Whoever scores first is really going to set the tone for this game.
Yeah, it was 4th
I'll tell
down.
you, this place is jam-packed. We've got all 3 TV channels here tonight. Obviously, a lot of press.
It was pretty
just
crazy
a
to look at
huge
up in the
game,
stands
and,
from the field.
Who
I mean,
ever
it
thought
was
that
just,
Anderson
there
would
was
rank
absolutely
sixth in the
nowhere to
city?
sit,
With
and
a
all
win
the
here tonight, I'm
grass
sure they
on
move up.
to the right of the bleachers were filled
Yeah,
with
Greg, I
people.
know,
And there were 4 or 5
high
deep
school
on
back in the 80s,
the fence all the way around, too.
program here at Anderson, well, wasn't a whole lot to mention about there, Greg. I think when we were in high school, my 4 years, when we were 2-38, and the 2 wins we had were
Forfeits, weren't they?
now they were actually over Norwood Indians.
Well, it's homecoming night here at Brown.
The 2 wins we had they were forfeits, weren't they? That's
on
pretty
the far
funny.
side of the field. There you get a look at them.
These 2 guys are pretty funny.
A lot of football fans here. I'm sure there's a lot of people here tonight just came to see a good football game.
Yeah, there were
From
people there
school.
that just like to watch good high school
And,
football.
we're about to face a huge play here in the early going. With 3 minutes and 4 seconds left in the first quarter, Norwood faces a 4th and 1. And we
4th
should
and
look
1.
for Edwards on this one.
Watching.
Right there.
Edwards has the ball. He gets through for the first
Yeah.
down. Gets up to about the 25-yard line.
Nice quick hole opened up by the Norwood offensive line, and Edwards skidded through for a first down.
Ted Brooks tripped him up, but not before Edwards had picked up about 5. So it'll be 1st and 10, the ball on the Anderson 26-yard line. And now's the time where Anderson has to come together and halt this drive right here.
Norwood has 3 or 4 receivers in. Let's see what they do here.
Swing hands to Edwards. He gets ahead for about 2-3 yards maybe, hard-earned yards. Joe Dunn was there for the stop for Anderson. I tell you, Joe Dunn and
Jeff Haas, number 53.
Joe Dunn and Mark Edwards ought to be best friends by the time this game is over with. They're going to be meeting a lot. They've already met a lot already. We'll call it a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock continues to run. We're about at 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
One thing about these teams that have the strong running games, that clock continues to run. Yeah. Except when they call a timeout.
Norwood going to take their 2nd timeout here in the space of about 30 seconds or so. I don't know what this would be about, but
why'd they call timeout?
It's 2nd and 8, and there's 2 minutes and 3 seconds left. Greg Ellis on with Brad Ellis, coming to you from Brown Stadium. No score here, but Norwood on the move, and they've looked impressive here since they took possession down there on the 14-yard line. Moved all the way down to the Anderson 24-yard line after Anderson had picked up a couple first downs on their first possession.
Let's take a minute and thank our sponsors, Greg. Tonight's game is being sponsored by 2 local businesses, and we appreciate their help in making this broadcast possible. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Owens & Grimes Insurance Agency, located at Beachmont in Collinsdale, an independent agency serving Anderson Township and Claremont County for more than 50 years. Call 231-2900 for a new obligation comparison and a free quote. Both located on Dunn Road, 1 block from the corner of Beachmont Avenue and Salem Road.
Okay, here we go.
Mark Edwards has carried the ball 8 times already for 45 yards. 2nd and 8. He gets the handoff. No. A nice fake. Regal's going to throw the ball. He's coming in wide open.
Oh.
The 12.
That's the fullback.
Yikes.
Jimmy Cobb took that pass and got it down to about the Anderson 3-yard line.
Greg, that's what's going to happen now when they start keying on Edwards. A nice play-action fake by Regal, and Jimmy Cobb was wide open, took it down to the Redskin 2-yard line.
Teddy Brooks made the stop for Anderson. But that's 1st and goal, and Anderson's really got the...
Always felt so small standing there next to Jimmy Mons.
2-yard line. Edwards.
Nice hit
behind the line,
Ooh.
but he gets a head for the touchdown.
That was Jamie Mons.
Joe Dunn did a good job at undercutting Mark Edwards. He just had enough momentum to get him into the end zone. Of course, there's only 2 yards to go.
So the minute 38 remaining here in the first quarter. Norwood has drawn first blood.
Norwood scored first.
A drive that started on their own 14. They take it all the way down the field in large part due to the running of Mark Edwards. They take a 6-0 lead here, and we'll see if Mr. Edwards can kick the extra point.
Greg, Mark Edwards now has, on 9 carries, has 47 yards, including that 2-yard touchdown.
The Lions are down. There's a bad snap.
Ooh. That was a bad snap.
That's number 84 for Norwood. That was Rob Overmeyer. He was hit and dropped, so it'll be the conversion attempt is no good.
That's a nice job by number 56, Jamie Mons, to stay at home and bring him down over there.
So the minute 38 remains here in the first quarter, and Norwood Indians, on the strength of a 2-yard run by Mark Edwards, take a 6-0 lead over the Anderson Redskins.
This is an early gut check for the Redskins. It's probably the first time all season they've been behind, and they know what happened last year and losing to Norwood 34-20, and they know what this win means, not only just tonight, but for the whole season. They're going to have to bow their backs, like I said before, Greg, to bow their backs and come back and drive it right back.
By the way, Mark Edwards came into this game needing 28 yards to go over the 5,000 mark for his career.
He's got it.
And obviously, he's past that, so congratulations to Mark Edwards.
5,000 yards.
And we still got a long way to go in this one.
Again, Mark Edwards back to kick for the Indians, and Fred Woods and Jason Druso back for the Redskins.
Edwards had a nice kickoff on that second kick to start the game. Let's see what we can do with it here. There's another good kick.
Wow, what a kick.
A deep kick. Druso fields it on his own, too. He's to the 10, the 15, the 20. Makes a move.
Man, look at him go.
Roll on the outside.
Nice block.
He's still on his feet. He makes another move. Jason Druso.
Exciting run, Greg. Exciting run. Jason Druso right there showing what he can do. Took the ball on the 2-yard line, came up the right side, made a field reversal, ran back to the other side, picked up a couple nice blocks by the Redskins and took it out to his own 33-yard line.
Tony Flannery made the stop for the Indians, but boy, I tell you what, he picked up 31 yards on that return, but I think he covered about 60. Minute 25 remains. Anderson takes possession. 1st and 10 on their own 33. Bell keeps the ball, pitches back to Druso. Druso up to about the 38-yard line where he's run out of bounds by Mark Edwards. A pickup of about 5 yards maybe.
Nice job by Jason Belgreg on a fake and then taking the option down the line. He makes a defensive end commit to him, which opens up the outside for Druso for a nice gain of 3. Well, actually, it's more than 4.
We'll call it 4. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6. Druso on a gets up to about the 45-yard line. That's close to the 1st down.
He's got it, Greg. Nice effort by Jason Druso there. He lined up in a slot, came around on a reversal there. When he was being stopped, he saw where the flag was for the 1st down, launched forward and got that 1st down.
Steve Burley made the stop for Norwood. It was a nice misdirection play. 1st and 10. The ball on the Anderson 45-yard line.
Pelcha.
To the up back,
Pelcha.
a flag.
Oh, and someone pulled his face
I
mask.
don't know, Greg. It's either a holding or a face mask. Came in from the back judge.
I think it was Kevin Pelcha who took that.
It certainly was. Kevin Pelcha.
Face mask.
There you go.
You called it, Brad. A face mask against Norwood. That's our first penalty.
Actually, the second. They had a kickoff.
That's right. Okay. You interrupted me. I was going to say the first penalty since the opening kickoff.
My bad.
So that'll be an automatic 1st down for Anderson. And it takes the ball down into the Norwood side of the field. Takes it all the way down to the 35-yard line.
You know, Kevin Pelcha had a nice run there anyway. And a nice gain of 4 or 5.
Clock runs again. We're under a minute to play.
Druso lined up in a slot. Pelcha in the backfield.
Fell back to pass. He's got his man. That's Jason Druso. He gets up to about the 30-yard line. Stop was made by number 33, Bill Dunn. But that was another nice pickup.
They had a kid whose last name was Dunn. He was number 33
Jason can throw the
too.
ball. He has a nice zip on it. He's got good feet work. They're trying to get
Good
Jason
feet work.
Druso out now and more things than just the backfield. Like Coach Soriano said before the game, they're going to try to open it up a little bit and give Jason more of a chance to run the ball.
It's 2nd and 5. Druso takes that handoff. He's still on the move.
Nice job.
Broke 2 or 3 tackles. Gets up to about the 21-yard line. The stop was made by Steve Burling. But it'll be another Anderson 1st down.
Redskins continue to drive. This is just what you wanted to see after the Norwood drove the ball 86 yards. And the Redskins have answered the call, and they're driving the ball down and down the field.
That looks like that'll probably be the last play of the 1st quarter.
Yeah, Jason Druso came out for a quick breather. And that is the end of the 1st quarter, Greg.
Okay.
So after 1 quarter of play.
Okay. Here we go.
We're in the 2nd quarter here, where Anderson's trail 6-0, but they're moving the ball. They've got it down to the Norwood 21-yard line. Bill Hines, number 25, it's Fred Woods, who has some room. He gets up to about the 15-yard line on a nice gain.
Nice job by Fred Woods. Big hole opened up by that right side of the Redskin offensive line, and Fred took it for a gain of about 6 down to the 15-yard line.
Bill Dunn made the tackle for Norwood. In the
Billy
first
Dunn.
quarter, Anderson had 6 first downs, Norwood had 5, so pretty even stats, Fred, but Norwood took it in for the score. 2nd and 5.
Jason Druso is not back in the game yet for the Redskins. Fred Woods deep in the eye.
And Bell's back to pass. He's got his man. And there's a nice hit by Norwood.
That was me.
That pass was complete to number 49. That's Pat Hines.
He speared me.
And he did
Almost
get a
broke
couple
his neck.
yards on
Look
the
at
play,
him.
but it was a nice hit by Norwood.
That hurt. I remember that play. He hit me right in the
Players
ribs.
down on the field. Nice stick to Pat Hines. It looks like the Norwood Indian got the worst of that one, though.
That's right, man. You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Penalized. Norwood's been penalized twice for 20 yards.
He's still laying there.
And then that 15-yard
Wow.
face mask that had a lot to do with this drive that they have going right now.
He's like not even
I
moving.
couldn't see it. That might be the Norwood Indian who made the hit on that play, because that was a real nice hit.
That was a good hit.
11-12.
But he hurt himself hitting me.
Looks like number 42, Jimmy Cobb, who also is a running back on offense. And he gets up, he's walking off the field on his own power.
Looks like he'll be back. Just a little stunned for a second. Bell's not completed. Four passes for 24 yards.
3rd and 3, and this is a big play if they want to keep this drive going. It looks like 2 down territory, really.
Again, just like the Norwood Indians, they're going to take 2 to get the first down.
Bell hands deep to Druso.
Druso.
He cuts it in. He gets about
Keep
the
going, man.
He's still on the move.
He was so good.
Down to the
That was a great play.
Jason Druso
Great play.
carrying Steve Regal with him. Scott Spinney was there to make the tackle also for Norwood, but not before Druso picks up a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Redskins.
You talk about people playing bigger than they are, Greg. Jason's 6'1", 183, but he's running like he's a 200-pound back, carrying people down the field. 1st and goal for the Redskins on the 8-yard line.
Huge opportunity for the Skins to get back in this game right here. The fans are on their feet here at Brown Stadium. Bell hands deep to Druso. Druso with a nice move. He's going to take it in for the score.
Yeah.
Run.
Jason
Atta boy.
By the Anderson Redskin offensive line.
Good job.
Druso taking it 8 yards for the score.
Druso took that
6 to
handoff
6.
in his own backfield. He saw that hole. He hit it and takes it in for the score. And the Redskins have answered Norwood's first touchdown. With 10:29 remaining here in the first half, they've tied it up at 6 to 6.
That's just what the Redskins needed, Greg. A quick, like I said before, a quick gut check. They drove the ball down the field, starting off with a nice run back by Jason Druso, and took it in for the score. Big extra point here.
David Lawrence had to try to put the Redskins ahead. There's a snap from center. The kick is up.
And that was no good.
No good.
And it's wide to the right. The snap was a little low for him. The center, or the holder, made a good play in catching that ball. But
6 to 6.
The kick was just to the right.
That was Mike Thuman doing a good job at getting the ball up on the place pad. But unfortunately, David pushed a little bit right. A lot of time left in the game. I'm sure that's not the deciding factor.
Nevertheless, it's been nice to, for if you're an Anderson fan, to have taken the lead on that, and a little psychological edge. But nevertheless, we're tied at 6 to 6, and with 10:29 remaining here in the first half, we've got a good ball game coming to you.
Okay, tonight's game again is being sponsored by 2 local businesses. Owens & Grimes Insurance Company, Insurance Agency, located at Beachmont Avenue in Collinsdale. And by the Mount Washington Bowling Lanes and the Allen Downs Advanced Bowling Pro Shop, both located on Dunn Road, 1 block from the corner of Beachmont and Salem Road. Call 231-1125 for league openings and open bowling times.
Well, David Lawrence will kick off to the deep man is Mark Edwards, number 44.
David Lawrence.
Ben Scheibe and Rob Obermeyer.
David Lawrence
also
was
back to receive the
probably
kick
one of the
from
best
Norwood.
kickers Anderson's ever had.
But,
And he was very reliable. And he was also a good cornerback, too. He played defense.
Cobb, it's deep. And he will take the kickoff himself.
An unsung hero was David
the
Lawrence.
15, the 20, the 25. He's still on the move. He's going to be brought down about the 29-yard line. Apparently, he wasn't hurt as bad as we thought.
Nice job by number 26, Brad Ackel, making the tackle for the Anderson Redskins. Nice high kick by David Lawrence to give his receiving team time to get down the field.
So that's where Norwood will set up shop. 1st and 10 on their own 29-yard line. And
a little Sam Weiss action here, Craig.
What are you doing?
Indians setting up their line away from the ball to see if the Redskins would bite. They did not, and now we're set up in a conventional line.
Steve Regal hands to Mark Edwards. He's going to cut it outside. He's hit behind the
Oh,
line.
look at that. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. It's big play, big play.
Whoa!
I'm telling you, they had
Mark Edwards. Dude, all right, we got to run that back. Look at this. How did he get out of that? Look at that, still going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aaron Szabo. There he is. Aaron. Yeah, you better smack him on the rear end. Aaron, you are the man. Aaron Szabo seriously saved this game over and over and over again by doing stuff like that. I mean, look at that again. Oh, what a play. Okay, look at, watch Aaron come up here and hit him right in the feet. Right there. Boom! Got him by the ankles and held him. That was great. Aaron Szabo saves the game again. That's the second time he's done that.
You've got to get 3 or 4 people on him, and Mark just showed what kind of strength he has. He broke that tackle and ended up making a 3 or 4 yard loss.
Aaron was always locked in. I mean, he knew that could happen any play, and he had to make that tackle. If he didn't make that tackle, forget it. He's gone. Edwards is gone. Oh, Jamie Mons. Dude, all right, we gotta see that again. Okay, let's watch this one in slow motion if I can. Okay, there's Jamie right there, Boom. Oh, that hurt.
Stopped in his tracks.
Nice.
Jamie Mons, Greg. He stayed at home and just nailed that kid.
Jamie Mons.
Yes, he did.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd down as I believe they lost about a yard.
Jamie,
Third and 2.
doing defensive end drills against Jamie Mons. It made playing games easy.
And when you get hit by Jamie, you're going to feel it.
That's right. He was like 6'4" or 5, weighed like 255 or something like that.
They have to get the ball just shy of the 40-yard line for a 1st down.
Fumble.
And Regal falls on it, but back on his own 35-yard line, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. So, Brad, a critical fumble. And that's going to force a punt by Norwood.
Hey, Greg, it looked like they were going to go with a sweep to the wide side. Eric Regal just didn't get the snap from center and fell on a ball for a 3-yard loss. That'll bring up 4th and 5 on their own 35-yard line. And Mark Edwards will be back deep to punt for the Indians.
Edwards is averaging 39 yards a punt.
The Redskins have nobody back deep.
And they call timeout to correct it. So with 8:12 left here in the 1st half, Norwood will have to punt for the 1st time. And Anderson should get the ball back with fairly decent field position, although Mark Edwards can punt the ball as well as just about anybody in the city.
Also, Mark Edwards can run the ball from a punt situation. I don't think you ever want to really charge Mark Edwards like he's punting. I mean, as big and strong and fast as he is,
Fast forward a little bit here.
I doubt if you see too many Redskins rushing this ball.
Yeah, Edwards was their punter.
Scrimmage is the 35-yard line of Norwood. And he does get the punt away. It's a high wobbly kick. It's going to bounce out of bounds on about the 31-yard line. That's
in the backfield for the Redskins. That's Pelch and Druso.
It's an end around to Freddie Woods. He's got a room on this side.
Oh. Ooh, looks like another face mask. Yep, another face mask.
By Steve Burling.
Flag late on a play, Greg. I think it's going to be a late hit against the Indians.
Either late hit or a face mask.
That's right there in front of the Redskins bench, and you see them celebrating that flag, obviously against the Indians.
15 yards plus automatic first down.
Could have been a lot more if that wide receiver for
That's
the
2 face masks against Norwood.
Something they're not called on too often to do, but when it's there to be made, it can make a difference in a big play.
It is a face mask.
Yeah. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Looks like a 15-yarder.
That's Norwood's 3rd penalty for 35 yards, Greg, and that'll take it out to the Norwood 47-yard line. So right away, the Redskins are in the Indian territory.
I'll tell you what, Anderson is really mixing up well. They've had some passes from Bell. Woods has carried the ball, Pelcha, and Druso. So really, they're spreading it out. Bell keeps the ball. Ooh. He throws to Druso. Druso has it. He gets back to last.
Oh, Hang on a minute here.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
Anderson is really mixing up.
I remember this play.
Passes from Bell.
This was pro 50 pot pass Y dump, and the Y dump was not open. That was a tight end, so he pitched it over there to Druso. But I was able to come back and just knock the living daylights out of this kid. So watch this poor kid, right? Just keep an eye on this guy right here. Just keep watching him. Keep watching him. Keep watching him. Number 87 for the white. Watch him. Watch him. Watch him. Oh!
I tell you what, Jason Druso has the burst of speed.
That had to hurt, man. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I'm serious. Watch it again. Bam! I told him after that, I wasn't trying to hurt you, man.
I tell you what, Jason Druso has the burst of speed, and boy, he really outran that middle line.
That was a great play by Druso, by the way.
Nice pickup.
That's a scary play because Jason Bell threw that backwards, which would make it a live ball if fumble, if dropped. And Druso made a nice catch, ran the ball for a first down. And
it could be a first down. I believe they're going to have to bring it in and take a look at it.
They can measure this?
No?
No.
It wasn't a first down.
No, it wasn't. Second one.
There you go. Second in inches. I'm surprised they didn't come in and measure that. There's Druso. Freddie Woods. I'm sorry.
Nice
he gets up to the 32-yard line. Nice run by Freddie. He picks up about another 5 and made the hit for a Norwood. But
Whoa.
There to the Anderson offense. There to the.
Made the hit for a Norwood, but Freddie Woods looking pretty good tonight.
You know,
he was great. Fred Woods was a great football player.
They know that they're not.
He really was.
That they're not
offensively and
defensively. The team, but when they come in and get some yards done, it's nice to see.
Anderson on the move. They have the ball on the Norwood 33-yard line. First and 10.
Sabo in motion.
Bell hands deep to Druso. Druso's going to cut it outside.
Wow, look at him go. Oh, he faked out Edwards.
Nice move.
Oh, he dropped it.
He dropped the ball. He dropped the
ball. It wasn't a fumble. Let's see what happens. The officials are waiting to see who comes up with that ball. Druso trying to make something out of not much as he cut it in rather than going out of bounds.
It's still Redskin ball. Good to see.
Anderson did retain possession, but Brad Jason Druso on this side looked like he's going to be stopped for little or no gain, but he
there we go.
Bell hands deep to Druso. He's hit and he rolls to about the 23-yard line.
It's close to a first down.
We've got 6 minutes left in this first half. And Anderson with an impressive drive and eating away at the clock. And they have a 3rd and inches. And
third and inches.
This is 2-down territory.
Well, it shouldn't be 2. We should be able to get this one on the first go.
Oh,
Freddie Wood, there.
Nothing there.
He's going to be stopped short of the first down.
He's going to lose about a yard.
Nice play by Norwood.
You know, it looked like the Redskins are trying to hustle that play in. They weren't real sure about what they're going to do. They got to the line of scrimmage and tried to hurry up and get it done. And maybe they weren't really set.
Jamie Wiseman, the defensive end, made a nice stop for Norwood. And boy, here's a big play. This is the biggest play that we've had as of yet. 4th and 1. We have to get Anderson has to get the ball to about the 23-yard line. Bell keeps the ball. He's going to throw. It's complete.
Nice job. Nice job.
Nice pass and a nice catch.
That was me.
That was Pat Hines again, I believe.
Nice throw, J-Bell.
Hines on a nice catch, and what a nice crucial throw by Jamie Bell on the run, Brad.
He was covered well. He was covered real well. Play action pass by the Redskins. Bell rolled right. Got a big play. Nice throw. Crucial catch by Pat Hines. 1st and 10 for the Redskins on their own 12.
Well, I tell you what, this is indeed an impressive drive. This will be 1st and 10 on the 12-yard line for Anderson.
That was Anderson's 10th first down of the half.
Kevin
Pelchin. Joe Dunn.
No, I'm sorry, that was Joe Dunn who gets it a haul ahead to about the 6-yard line.
Wow, we're on the 6-yard line.
Steve Burling, but boy, I tell you, they are really mixing up well tonight.
That's what Coach Sirianni stressed at that pre-game interview. We talked to him, and boy, they're doing a great job. But the problem is, if there's a problem, they're a little bit slow getting the plays in, and Jason Bell's having to hurry him up.
It's going to be 2nd and 5 on about the 6-yard line. Anderson knocking on the door.
False start.
Looks like the Anderson tackle moved on that play, Brad.
Yeah, and again, you know, it's it's not all the players' fault. The coach is going to have to make a quicker decision
it's
and
5
get
yards.
the play in quicker, and so they won't have to rush. They're just not set.
That's Anderson's first penalty of the night that couldn't have happened at a more critical time. It's going to take it all the way back to it takes it back to the 12-yard line where it's going to be 2nd and 10. And the clock continues to roll. We're under 4 minutes to play in this first half.
You got Steve Buckley split left with Fred Woods in the slot.
Bell back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He throws the ball.
Intercepted.
Intercepted in the end.
No, it wasn't. He
It's
dropped
not
it.
intercepted. He trapped it. Whew. That pass was intended for number 35. That's Steve Buckley. Went off his hands and looked like it was going to be picked off in the end zone, but the ball was trapped. So a nice break for the Redskins.
That'll bring up 3rd and 10 on the 12. They were successful before with that draw, Greg. You might want to look for that.
Yeah, the play that,
Steve Sumner bringing the play in for the Redskins.
almost ruined my life is
Bell
about to
has
happen
thrown
here,
the ball
I
more
think.
tonight than we've seen him in the
Is this it?
past.
Yeah, it is.
3rd and
Oh
10.
my gosh.
Big play.
I remember this.
Caruso
Watch
on the
this.
slot. Steve Sumner split left.
Bell back to pass. He's got time. He throws. Oh, no. Incomplete. Pat Hines had that ball at the goal line.
I had it in the end zone. Okay, let me tell a story about what happened. Thursday, Coach Soriano stops me in the hallway and has a play drawn up on the back of a napkin or something, and it says Pro Up Speedo Underpass. And he says, hey Pat, what do you think about this? How about you run a 6-yard drag, and clear out the linebackers, and we'll put Speedo up in the slot, and then we'll just kind of slip him under and do a middle screen if you run the linebackers off. Now, everything in me was going, I don't think we should do that on Thursday. We shouldn't put this in Thursday. We've never run this before. So I said, great idea, Coach. That's great. I didn't think we'd actually run the play. During the mini game, where you just wear your helmet and a T-shirt and run through the plays on Thursday before the game, you don't want to be all beat up for Friday. He sent that play in 3 times. I thought, wow. Pro Up Speedo Underpass. And that was it right there. It was a play designed for Druso, and Jay Bell got rushed, and so he decided to throw it to me. And I ran the linebackers off to clear them out, and as soon as I turned around, here comes the ball. I was like, oh my, and it hit me right in the face. It did get tipped. It did get tipped by a linebacker, but the ball hit me in the face mask in the end zone.
Back to pass. He's got time. He throws. Oh, no. Incomplete. Pat Hines had that ball at the goal line and just couldn't hang on to it.
I was like,
the Redskins are going to try a field goal here. Field goal on a 12. That'll make it a 29-yard field goal attempt for David Lawrence.
Jason,
I wanted to go home
after
after that.
Ball. He made a nice pass, but Pat Hines just couldn't bring it in. He got open, but he couldn't hang on to the ball.
Jason, he's a real poised quarterback, Greg. That's an official.
He's a poised quarterback, but his receivers aren't always very poised. But kick this field goal here. Dave Lawrence is going to hit this field goal. And this is a long field goal, okay, for a high school kicker. This field goal puts us up 9-6 at halftime. We end up winning the game by 2 points. Norwood beat us in the second half by a point. The final score of this game is 23-21. This field goal right here saved the season.
Timeout, as you see, but Jason Bell, he had time, but then again, he stepped up in the pocket and fired the ball. Pat Hines just couldn't handle it.
David Lawrence attempting a 30-yard field goal here to give the Redskins a lead. And there's a timeout.
I know. I just couldn't handle it. I dropped it in the end zone with all 3 TV stations there and the largest crowd in Anderson history there.
So David Lawrence will attempt to put the Redskins ahead here with a 30-yard field goal.
I could hear the sound of the whole stadium on our side go, ugh, when I dropped it.
The snap is good.
Nice catch.
The kick is up. It's long enough.
And he made it.
Good. All right.
9-6. Now, okay, yeah, that's me right there. Watch all my teammates telling me it's okay. Watch them all. Jay Bell does here. Some other guys grab me. I think, yeah, Trevor Ellison grabs me. It's okay, man. Don't worry about it.
It would have been nice to take it in for 6, but I'm sure the Redskins are
I was just crushed by that. I just
and it's
felt
time
horrible.
to see what Norwood has as far as coming back.
Nice execution on that field goal attempt. It was a nice snap. Booman got the ball down, and Lawrence did the rest. So we've got
There's Joe Dunn. Joe Dunn, I remember what he said to me. He walked over to me and said, Pat, if you're good, you'll forget about it.
And Brad, that's plenty of time for Mark Edwards to do something with the ball.
Yeah, Jason Druso's now carried the ball 11
Those guys were
times
they were not
for
just
59
good,
yards.
they weren't just great football players, they were great teammates too. They all were. Our stars were great teammates. Because it was never about them getting theirs, it was about winning games, and that's all that mattered to them, and to us, to all of us.
And Jason Druso.
So when we faced adversity, we hung together.
We'll see what happens here. Lawrence kicks. It's going to be a squibber down the middle. Edwards is
yeah.
on about the 13. He gets to the
Watch
20,
this.
25. He's still on the move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tackles.
There's a flag.
Back here.
Yeah, there's a flag. 6 tackles. 7,
He may go all the way, Brad.
8.
You can't tackle him high. He just can't tackle him high.
Edwards gets it all the way back. He broke about the 8 tackles on that.
About
run. He gets
8
it all
tackles.
back to the
But
35
they got a
yard line.
penalty.
But we'll see what this flag
So the
is.
ball was
There's
taken
another
all
flag
the way
at end
back.
of the play.
Well, the first flag was against Norwood, so they're going to call it back. Let's see what the second flag was.
That was good. But it got called back.
A clip against the Indians and a personal foul against the Redskins.
So 2 penalties on the same play. That clip occurred back on about the 28-yard line of Anderson. And, of course, the personal foul occurred at the end of the play. I'll tell you what, Mark Edwards broke at least 6 or 7 tackles in that run.
More than that,
You've got
I
to
think.
hit him low and wrap, and that's the only way you're going to bring him down, and you've got to hit him with 2 or 3 people. He broke tackles high, he broke tackles low. You're just going to have to hit him with more than one person to bring him down.
Let's see. No, there's still more. What a back break.
And they're blocking below the waist, and then it's a 5-yard gain. They
Okay,
take it out to the 31.
No, I'm in on defense now. Look at that.
That negates that great run back by Edwards. So with 3 minutes and 25 seconds remain here in the first half, we'll see what the Norwood can do with the ball.
Come on. What are you doing?
Norwood used 2 timeouts.
1st and 10, ball on the 31-yard line.
Burling in motion. There he goes.
They go back to pass. He throws complete to Edwards. Edwards is going to be hit twice, and he finally goes down behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play by the Redskins. Norwood trying to get Mark Edwards the ball on a receiving end.
2nd and 12. Nagel back to pass. He's got plenty of time. He's got to rise hit at the line of scrimmage and drop for about a 1-yard gain.
You know, it looked like he had Steve Burling open on the right side, right on the sideline. Regal failed to throw the
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Big play.
There's Ben Scheibe in motion.
Regal back to pass. He's got time. He throws it over the middle. It's complete to Edwards.
You gotta hold on.
Edwards breaks the tackle. He cuts it outside.
Look at him go, man.
Freddie
Wow.
Edwards, Freddie went to pursuit. He brings it down to 37-yard line of Anderson.
Big play. Well, I tell you what, Fred Wood showed some speed
great.
right there to cut across the field and cut off Mark Edwards. Edwards was hit right in the center of the field and turned it back the other way and brought it for a huge gain for the Norwood Indians.
Well, we got a minute and a half left here, Brad. This is where the clock comes into play. Like you said, they only have 1 first down. They still have not started. There's the clock starting right now.
Mark Edwards looks tired.
Yeah, look at him. He's going out.
Regal back to pass again. He's going to throw it. It's complete.
He dropped.
No, he dropped it.
That was to number 22, Steve Burling, his favorite receiver.
The workhorse. He's really the heart and soul of this Norwood team.
For the last 3 years.
2nd and 10. The ball on the Anderson 36-yard line. Regal back to pass. He throws. It's incomplete. It's in for number 84.
That was Druso over there, and if he looked up a little early, he might have caught that ball.
Rob Obermeyer was the intended receiver. But 3rd and 10, the clock stops at a minute.
We can see anything tonight.
Yeah, we sure did. Still trying to figure that one out.
Show the referee.
3rd and 10. Minute 16 left here in the first half.
Yeah, Burling split right and Josh Smith split left for the Indians. And that's Shabby in motion.
Regal back the pass. He's got the
Pressure.
time. He's going to be...
Oh, yeah.
On the line.
Pat Hines, number 49 for the Redskins, puts the pressure on and dumps him for
Oh,
about
that
a
felt
4-yard
good.
loss. More importantly, it's 4th and 12.
Pat Hines with
They're
a
still throwing
nice
that back
play.
again.
A big play for the Redskins.
Split left for the Indians.
Right
And
there.
that's Shabby in motion.
Slam this kid on his face.
Regal back the pass.
Boom.
He's got the
Pressure.
time. He's
Smack.
gonna be
Nice job.
on the line.
Pat Hines, number 49 for the Redskins, puts the pressure on and dumps him for about a 4-yard loss. More importantly, it's 4th and 12.
And then my own teammates beat the living tar out. Look at that.
Nice
They're
play,
still
a
beating
big
up on
play
me.
for the Redskins. And that's going to bring up a 4th and 15. We're under 40 seconds to play in the first half with a 9-6 lead.
I still wouldn't trust Mark Edwards. I want to see it leave his foot. They're going for it.
They're going for it. Ah, why not? Guy's going to the
4th and
NFL.
15.
Sweep.
Edwards gets the pitch.
Stop him there. You can stop him.
Gosh, look at him. It's still
Nice
going.
job. By the
Stop at
Redskins.
the 35.
Man.
Chris Haywood.
Going into the second, never know.
And that was it. That was the end of the first
Brought it
half.
back and drove it right down the field on the strength of many players. It's been several heroes for the Redskins so far. Of course, with the spotlight being on Jason Druso. But like Coach Soriano said, Greg, he spread it out. He's done a lot of things tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the Redskins are happy with a 9-6 halftime lead.
Well, the Anderson fans are on their feet here as they're pleased with what they saw. That was a great half of football. And it's if you didn't come to the game tonight, it's too bad because it's great weather and we got a good ball game.
Yeah, so that was the beginning of that was the first half, and I'll do the second half some other time. But it's what it brings back all the emotion and all the hype and all the whoa. Dropping that pass in the end zone. I was so glad. I felt somewhat redeemed to make that sack towards the end of the first half there. But the second half was even more of a slugfest. That game was such a brutal, physical game. I felt so beat up afterwards, but we won that game, and it was a great game. Cleanly played, brutally physical, and really exciting. What a privilege it was for me, even just to be a role player on such a great team as that. So anyway, I'll sign off, and I'll get the second half maybe in the coming weeks at some point. I just had a little extra time here, so I thought I'd do the first half today. Thanks.